What's going on, everybody? Here, and we're here for yet another movie review. This time, the brand new release, The Batman 2022, starring Robert Pattinson. This is the review for that, and I will say, right off the bat, I am not a hater. I don't hate. I'm very real about stuff. I'm a fan of Robert Pattinson. Let me get that out of the way. Matter of fact, I'll say right away, I did not enjoy the movie. I'll most likely never see it again. Watched it with the babe. She tapped out actually not right away, maybe about an hour into it roughly. Tapped out, said, "This is boring. I'm going to sleep." I, for one, not just for movie reviews, but I like to complete things. And I was already invested. I'm like, I just want to see how this ends up. Obviously, this isn't the same exact Batman story. They've revamped it a bunch of times. There's callbacks to comics, to cartoons, all that good stuff. Or in this case, bad stuff. I didn't enjoy it. It was a very, 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 very slow burn. And I'm into slow burns too. It's just, here's the thing. I'm into the dark stuff too, which, I'm not going to just be bouncing around. Let me go off the list. So first thing on the list, there was a Star Wars kind of melody to it, and we kept singing it because it kept coming out in the movie. Every time Batman did something like heroic or he fought, they would play that melody, and we just kept doing that, like, oh, look at Star Wars. And then we looked it up, and I guess this has happened in the past. This one sounded just like it. If you see the movie, you'll see the melody that's playing while he's fighting and doing heroic stuff. It's a very similar Star Wars anthem. I'm not even a Star Wars fan, but it's just, it's an iconic little theme. So when you see it, you'll know what we're talking about. Didn't like that. Next, this wasn't your typical brawn, jockey, confident, whatever type Batman. This wasn't him. This was your lead singer of My Chemical Romance, emo type Batman. Now, if you're into that, that's great. I'm not opposed to it. I like different. I don't care about it being different. It was just hard for me to. That's just not Batman. When I think of the cartoons and the old stuff, it's just Bruce Wayne is this powerful dude with his chest popped out and just jacked and whatever. Again, this is different. I'm not saying it's not bad. It's just different. But I just wasn't super into it. It's like they went, like the writer he loved My Chemical Romance, I think, and decided, let's make that Batman for all the what do you call them, misfits, I guess, or whatever you want, however you want to say it. So that's one thing. Again, I don't want to say that's bad, because that's preference based. Well, I wasn't super into it, but it's preference based. And then he had Black Eyeshadow too, which is again total My Chemical Romance. I'm a big My Chemical Romance fan too.
They put Nirvana.
Oh yeah, I'm going on this. Okay. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay. Also, let's just be. I am not a political person by any means. They went woke for sure. Okay, and again, not a horrible thing, but one thing with that is, okay, so they make so Catwoman, they make her lesbian essentially. She's super upset about her girlfriend dying and all that stuff, which I get. All right, great. I don't have no problem with that at all. But then, and this is a callback to like the cartoon and stuff, she randomly makes out with Batman. If you're gonna change it, right? Don't just, all right, she's lesbian, now she's gonna just kiss on Batman right away, but she's still super upset about her girlfriend. Where's the logic in that? I get the callback. If you're gonna do the callback stuff, then just make her straight, I guess. Make her, just how it was. You want to include everything, not only make her biracial, which I don't care about. The babe's biracial. I don't care. In 20 years, everybody will be bi or triracial. That's just the way it's gonna be. So I don't mind that at all. I just don't like the fact that she was super duper upset about her girl dying. That's why this is the whole reason why she wants vengeance and all that.
5 minutes later.
Not even. Yeah, a couple minutes later, then makes out with Batman and then touching him, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of dumb. Again, pick your lane, I guess. It didn't make sense to me. Pacing. So pacing. I brought this up in the beginning. It's very slow. So the first fight scene when Batman beats the shit out of everybody, I like that. That was a highlight of the movie for me. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be tight. Then the pacing gets super slow. I feel like it takes forever, the dialogue and all that. They're trying to make it dark and edgy. It just didn't work for me. The pacing was horrible in this movie. I did not like the pacing at all. And I'm not opposed to long ass movies. What's the one with Martin Scorsese that he made with the Godfather or Goodfellas crew? The Irishman. That was 3+ hours too. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was good. The Spider-Man No Way Home was pretty long too. The Avengers movies were long too. Enjoyed them all. The Superman movie, Man of Steel. I got a little teary-eyed watching that one. That was a great movie too, and it was long. This one I cannot say the same about it. It was the pacing was just it's not really good in this movie. Next, Penguin. Why did I write Penguin down? Because he was in it. Yeah, yeah. I liked that he was in it. I enjoyed that Penguin was in it. I guess that's why that's why I wrote Penguin. Next, the police station logic. This drove me crazy. I'm not a cop. I've family that's involved in that, but I myself not a cop. If you know basic information about a precinct or about how that stuff works, and this is a current movie because everybody had cell phones and all that, so it's not like, oh well, it was the 80s, so no, this was a current 2020 2022 movie. So they had Batman and then his detective friend in there, which is a callback from the cartoon and stuff like that, which I did enjoy. That they did that. He goes in there and he's trying to tell Batman, "Oh, escape from here, do all this." It's like anybody going in there, you can hear what they're doing, what they're saying, because the precinct just turns the speaker on. That's how everybody can hear everything. It's in every movie. You can see that in every movie, or just go to a regular police station. But for some reason, they couldn't hear them, and the logic in that just it bothered me a lot. If you're somebody in any kind of law enforcement, you're gonna like laugh at this. I believe, like kind of like what we did. Next thing. The opening scene. I said that's what I enjoyed about the movie, so I ran past that already. Fast and the Furious. I wrote that down because there was a literal The Rock versus Toretto scene. I'm a fan of The Rock too, but that's a topic for a whole different day. Fast and the Furious. They had a real silly Fast and the Furious scene where where there was a truck with a that had it's one of those trucks that carries a bunch of cars. Well, something happened where the car carrier went down, so it created like a ramp of some sort. This car that Batman was chasing jumped out, and he flew up, I don't know, 30 feet in the air from it, which is insane. He's like, "Oh, I'm free," and then Batman comes from it, and the Batmobile's on fire, and it runs out and it jumps just as high, and then that car crashes. The Batmobile doesn't crash. Batman comes out, fire in the back. That scene was kind of cool. He was walking with the fire in the back, and then he gets him, which I could have done without that scene. I didn't want to see that scene. I don't want to see that scene again. I'll save that scene for the silly Fast and the Furious stuff, not for this. This was crazy. Okay, so the Contact Islands F up is what I wrote on this. Jesus, this was crazy. So there was a flaw in that. So essentially, Catwoman, who was friends with Batman and since in the beginning of the movie, he decides to trust her right away, which is alright. I'll look past that. He trusts her, and she's going into a club. She's trying to get some infiltration going on, and Batman's like, "Yeah, you go in there, you try to get the information or whatever." So, long story short, a lot of just crooked cops, crooked DAs, whatever. They're in a club, okay, so they're cheating, they're doing shady stuff. So she's walking in and she's talking to Batman through these eye lenses, these eye contacts, okay. I look past that because I'm like, they're in a club, it's loud, but she's talking pretty loud, and she's walking past a bunch of law enforcement detectives, guys that are snappy about anything shady looking. So the fact that she's talking to herself out loud would have raised some concern, but it didn't. And again, I looked past it because I was like, they're in a club. I tried my best to look past it, and I did. She didn't, but I did. I tried anyways. So her thing was she was reiterating everything to Batman. They didn't care about it. Then she went rogue. She went to the restroom. I think Batman told her something she didn't like. She took off the lenses, and the screen went blank and it cut off. So then that basically tells the audience, oh, okay, so when you take the lenses off, it cuts off the feed, it cuts off the speaker. The speaker. What? I'm looking past that. I'm looking past. I know. I'm looking past the speaker connected to the ear. Maybe there's Bluetooth. I'm looking past that. I'm trying my best to look past that. So
Maybe we missed something.
yeah, so that she took him off and it cut the feet as soon as she ripped one of the eyelids off. I'm buying that. Okay, cool. There's some crazy technology. Batman's a billionaire. He has the money. I'm buying it. Cool. Then later in the movie, they're friends again, and Batman sees her through one of the lenses. It's on her table or whatever, and he says, "Hey, do you hear me? Do you hear me?" She goes, "Oh yeah, I can hear you."
Must be pretty loud eyeball speakers.
So this is the issue I have with that. You told I don't like being told I'm an idiot, right? I don't like being told that. I'm educated, call it whatever. That's besides the point. I don't like being told though through a movie, "Hey, you're dumb. You're gonna forget." I hate that. This is what they said. They said when she removed the lenses, it cut the feet off, and that makes sense. Okay, so you take them off. Maybe there's a sensor on it. You're done. I'll buy that. I bought that. But if they're on again and she's not even trying to talk to him, he just says, "Hey, are you there? You can hear me?"
Yeah, no earpiece.
Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, I can hear you." Then where's the logic at? What happened to? So are they always on, or does she just is it in her mind like they're on now? Now they're off. I don't know. That was crazy
And
to
if
me.
you're face to face with bad guys, and how do they not hear if it's from that distance?
Again, there's a lot of real
Yeah.
dumb logic with those islands, and I try to look past a lot for that too, just for the sake of the movie. And after that, I'm like, no, I can't look past that. That's silly. That's pretty dumb, actually. And I tried again. I tried my best to like give it excuses. It's a club. She took him off. They cut the feet off. Cool. He's rich. He can afford technology, I guess. But don't call me dumb, though. Don't spit in my face, Batman. Come on. Next is the I wrote half face logic. I wonder why I wrote that. Half face. Oh no.
sub?
Because okay, look it. In the other Batman movies, the Batman mask covered most of the face, right? You could just see like this part. You can get away with that. In this one, I'm like, oh, hey, Robert Pattinson's wearing a Batman mask. Or in this case, Bruce Wayne is wearing a Batman mask. Is it Halloween? What's going on? You can clearly see it's him, but for some reason, the Riddler is the only one that can crack this code. Because he would send him stuff, to the Batman, whatever. It's like, so the Riddler is the only smart one in in Gotham. And it's not like he's a regular, like if it's me, I'm just a regular guy. If I started wearing that, why does that guy always wear that? Who is that guy? He's Bruce Wayne. Everybody knows him. His family's rich, so he has a very recognizable face. He's as famous as the politicians. He's probably the most famous person in Gotham because he's super rich. They know who he is. That's like if we knew like a celebrity, a big celebrity right now, and they wore a mask. Hey, why are they wearing that? You can tell who they are because you know them. Again, it's not a regular person. It's the person that the whole city knows. Logic. Okay. And then the last positive I wrote was Nirvana. They had a cool Nirvana song playing, and I enjoyed that part. My thought was if they end up having Joaquin Phoenix come out at the end saying something, I would have been like, that was tight. I would have enjoyed that. But it didn't. There's a lot of mixed reviews on this. This is just my take, our take. Shit on me if you want. I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. I'll probably never watch it again unless I become a real movie reviewer and get paid for it. Even then, though, that was rough. But we gave it a shot. I wanted to see it on opening night. It is what it is. The Batman 2022 review.